Okay, everybody. Today I'm going to talk about a Spanish film called The Last Circus. An absolutely insane film about a love triangle that forms between two circus clowns and an acrobat. And I don't, I don't know really. I mean, that's pretty much my description of it, and that's pretty much what happens. Is basically there's this clown, and like during the Spanish Civil War, he gets forced to go and fight. He gets picked up by like this guy. I think he's a historical figure, and he's forced to go fight, and he ends up being kept prisoner and is killed. And his son grows up to be a clown in the 70s, and he had a really rough childhood, and he's he's not funny because they say he was never able to be a kid, and so he's playing the sad clown, and he joins the circus, and he's like an assistant for the funny clown that everyone loves. And this the funny clown is a boozer and a womanizer, and he's dating this really hot acrobat that they have with them, but he's very abusive, like verbally and physically to her. And the sad clown, our main character, doesn't like that, and they ended up going at it about it, and it gets violent, and then she kind of runs off, and the film is about both of them trying to find her or find each other first. And absolutely, and just an insane film, but you could tell there's real talent and vision behind it. Directed by supposedly acclaimed director Alex de la Iglesia. It was at the 2010 Venice Film Festival. The film is on Rotten Tomatoes. It's at 79%. Generally, really liked. One critic says, "Take Fellini, Tarantino, and Taxi Driver, throw them in a cage with a lion, and you'd get this strange, wild trip." I think the praise is a little high on it. I think it's interesting to say the least. But you know, nice cinematography. You can tell there's talent, stylishly directed, crazy performances, um, over the top violence, great makeup effects. I thought really great makeup effects on both of these clowns. Not just their clown makeup; they do other stuff too. I don't want to spoil it, but great. The violence looks good, and it's just crazy. Like the sex, the violence, the plot in general. Like who would come up with this? And I think that's why I liked it. It was just, if you think about how many movies get put out in Hollywood that are so safe, or they're remakes of something, and there's very, they're formulaic. There's very little like originality or creativity. And here it's really, I mean, this is a daring film. It's a daring, bold film, which it seems to be like the case now, where more foreign movies take these risks first. Some of them work out better than the others. I mean, I think I Saw the Devil. It's also an ultra violent Korean film that I saw this year. That's still my favorite film of the year. That was great. Here, this film I don't think is great, but I do appreciate that boldness and that kind of daring filmmaking, and just showing me new images and new. You've seen the love triangle a billion times, but making it feel new, and just showing me things I haven't seen before, like crazy stuff. And like this, there's a portion of this where our hero, if you could call him the hero, is running around naked for like 20 minutes, like in the wilderness, just completely naked. Um, and just things, for an idea of how it plays out is, like I said, things get violent between the two guys. They split. they go their separate ways. The girl kind of runs off, and they spend the rest of the film kind of searching for each other and for her, and trying to win her over, win her love. Um, and just really, it's a really over the top, big, bold type of filmmaking, and I don't think it hits it out of the park at all. But I appreciate it for trying. You know what I mean? And I genuinely had fun with it, even though I'm just like, this is absolutely crazy. Like the whole thing is just nuts. Like two clowns, you got a deer falling into a well and getting all screwed up. This guy burning his face off, and like just completely crazy stuff. Sex in like the middle in public, and like hardcore sex scenes, and but it's not like totally, it's not bad at all. I mean, look, like I said, it's 79% from Rotten Tomatoes, and me, I'm not blown away by it, but I had fun with it, and I appreciate it for being that kind of bold film. So I don't know what to really say about it. I mean, it's kind of it, but I would probably give it like a. If I was being generous, probably 4 out of 5. But I'm not gonna be generous today. I'll say it's like it's 3 out of 5 stars. It's worth looking into. Like, if you think there's like a chance that you might like to see an ultra violent film about two clowns who fight over a woman that is just completely insane. I can't stress this enough. Completely insane. It's not on the rails. Uh, then check it out. I mean, not everyone who thinks they would be into it are gonna love this, but some will. And it's not a film where I think it's love or hate. You could be like me, where it was like, damn, that was pretty cool. It was something different, but I wasn't in love with it. Or you might think, it was terrible. It was okay or whatever, But I say check it out. It's The Last Circus. It's available on Netflix. 3 out of 5 stars.